Hey you guys, welcome to my channel. Welcome to another episode of this Piscean Reports. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're having a beautiful, peaceful, amazing evening. For those of you new to my channel, welcome aboard. For those of you who are returning, welcome back. You guys, welcome back. If you are new to my channel, my name is Chiquita, and I hope you enjoy the message that I got for you today. Those of you who are returning, mwah, 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 I love you guys. Thanks for your return. All right. So this clearly, we are not doing any readings in this one. We're going to do a little, I just wanted to give you guys a little spiritual, I want to give you a pep talk of sorts. Okay. In the last reading that I did, the angel feather, angel number reading, I had touched on the fact that right now, in basically, and of course it's in every corner of the world. You don't think that the devil is going to say, well, I'm just going to reside over here and it can just stay beautiful all over that way. You know, the devil is doing what the devil do. You know, evil is doing what evil does. It's trying to penetrate every nook and cranny and surface and, you know, of our beautiful, amazing world. Okay. And it's trying to have its way. Okay. But I just want to leave this message for you guys. This is just my take on the whole thing. Okay. I want to say this. The silent generation, what is that channel called? TV Classics. They have the generation known as the silent generation. They come before Gen X. And the silent generation and Gen X, not so much Gen X. Kind of, sort of. We stumbled, you know, the internet started with us and it kind of, you know. But the silent generation, they did not have that. Okay, they didn't have the internet. Your grandparents, your great grandparents, they you know what, when they saw the news, all they saw, you know, they had to rely on paper, newspapers, you know, and even when the news came on, it was always, you know, your local stuff. Most people in every town in America would basically, back in the day, would only talk about, aside from when World War II was happening, obviously, but they would just talk about, you know, what's going on down there at Fred's shop, you know, and the bait store over here, and this, that, and the other thing there, and, you know, things. You know, there was less of a bombardment of information like we have today. And unfortunately, a lot of people, because we have so much access, we've got so many channels that we could turn to. Political, you've got the news, you've got 24-hour news channels. Okay, then you've got your local news, and they're bombarding you and smacking you in the face with the local killing. You know what I mean? And it's easy and it's understandable. I understand the fear. I understand how people can let fear overtake them, particularly now, because literally, you know, you hear people you know, the whole situation with those people who thought the rapture was coming and the whole nine, and they were so excited and they were so happy because they thought they was getting ready to check out and get off this planet. Why? Because they're afraid. They're scared. If they changed their mindset, I don't think they would have been in quite such a hurry to be raptured up. That's just my thing. If life is sweet, why would I want to just go up right away? I'd have been like, well, can we hold on a second, because I'm about to, if you're a teenager, I'm about to go on my first date, or I'm about to go to prom, or if you're in your 20s, I got this hot date tonight. Can we not do this now? I you know what I mean? I'm hanging out with my boys. I'm getting married. Like, there's a million things, right, that you could put your focus on. You know, but, you know, because we have so much of the, you know, all of these channels constantly feeding you the worst of the worst news of the day. And then look at it. I look at it like this. Now, like I said, back in the day, the most you would concern yourself with is your state in America. There's 50 states, right? And the most you would concern yourself with is your state, and maybe if there's, if you are locally connected, like in we're known as the bi-state, we get the news from Missouri and a little bit of Illinois. And so it could be a situation like that. Now, because back in the day you just hear the little bit here, but we have the news and we've got the internet, and it's exploding. It is every day. And then there's the internet. Everywhere you look, everywhere you turn, the devil and evil is taking center stage, and that's because of the media. It's because of the media. They want you to tune into their channel. So they're looking and seeking out the worst of the worst of the worst, so that they can shine a light on it and show you and put you in fear energy. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. And this is why I think people are so ready, like I said, to be, raptured up, or they're ready they're singing the song of the end of days. This is it. Yay, we finally made it. It's here. Not recognizing that, like I said, murder literally has been happening since the beginning of time. Okay, if you start with Adam and Eve and you work your way on up from there, Cain and Abel, let's go, and go from there. There's been wars and the whole nine throughout history. It's like, honestly, and you hearing just a little bad thing, just a little thing. When it's not. It's not like a World War situation. You're just hearing you're being bombarded with a lot of shit. Okay, you got, this person killed this many people, and that person killed that many people, and then this happened over here, and that terrible thing happened there, and then there was a tornado, and there's floods, and there's things, and you're hearing all information that's coming literally from 50 states. So you are being bombarded on a level like never before. Evil is really effing with people's heads. Like, seriously. And instead of snapping out of it and saying, whoa, okay, it's not that evil is just so evil. If you think about it, if you only saw this, you had no clue that in every other state, at least every other state, somebody done something. Somebody effed up somehow, right? And done something foul, or done something dirty, or done something wrong, okay? And you had no clue. Okay, but now you do. Now you get to see everybody's everything. And it's got you scared, and it's got you frightened. It's got you thinking that the world is coming to an end because there's flooding over here, and there's that over there, and then this is happening over here, and then oops, this train got derailed, and then that over there, and oh my God, and these people are killing these people and doing this and doing that, and you're losing it. Okay? And so I would like to just give you guys this suggestion. Dial it back. Dial back what you see. The world is a beautiful place. It really is. It's just that if every time you turn your TV on, you got the news competing, and they want to tell you the worst, and then you've got the cable wanting to tell you the worst, and then you've got these channels. Everybody want to have their own little app now, and then they want to be the one to give you the worst of the worst, and then. The world is if any of these people put as much effort into showing you the worst of the worst, if they could put everything that's good and great and awesome about their state other than the worst of the worst, maybe you wouldn't be so fearful. Maybe you wouldn't live in that fear mentality. And I get it, because once upon a time when I had kids, my kids were little. I would watch the news every night, and then when I went to bed, I couldn't sleep because I was so worried about, oh my gosh, I'm going to be the next victim, and this is going to happen, and that's going to happen, and da-da-da-da, and I got these kids, and I didn't have a gun, and I don't have any way of protecting myself, you know what I mean, and I had to straight get a hold of myself because I couldn't sleep, I had to just no more news, no more. And the most I will turn into is for weather and sports. Okay, is it gonna be hot, cold tomorrow? Okay, great. Who won? Yay, team! And then I'm going to bed. So you might wanna, if you just gotta look at the news, like do it like that. Or just limit the amount of information. If you're just gonna get your information, I don't know, maybe just get it from one source instead of you know and I know, and I get it. It's hard. It's hard when you go on the YouTube and you got these people over here talking about, we're gonna go and steal this and we're gonna do that and I'm gonna rob this and we deserve that and blah 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 and da 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 and it can be distressing, to say the least. It's distressing, but I want you guys to just try to remember that there is good in the world. Evil is just wanting you to focus. It's using. Evil is taking advantage of all of these entities, the local news, the channels, CNN, NBC, those type of, all of the whatevers, CNN, and I don't know, whatever. You guys know all of those channels that they got on there. I don't even watch them. I'm like, I don't know, whatever they are. Whatever, And I think if we tried to focus more on that, to try to limit the amount of negativity we see, is like, okay, they're talking about something, I don't want to go there. I don't want to, just not saying put your head in the sand. I'm not saying that, because that's ridiculous as well. But just being more like, okay, I'm aware. I am very much aware that there is bad in the world. I am aware that there is evil in the world. I am aware that the dark is doing what the dark does. Okay, but I still know when I wake up, the sun is shining, or it's a beautiful day. Okay, I know I'm getting ready to go in here and make this happen. I'm gonna make it a good day. I'm gonna go have my coffee or my whatever, and I'm gonna go and I'm gonna have a good day. I'm gonna remember there are good people in this world. It's hard to find them. Because so many people are under the impression that we should all be evil, we should all be dark, we should all, the dark is drawing people that way. Evil is drawing people that way. Let's do dirt. It's cool to do dirt. Make it cool, make it fun, make it exciting. That's what evil does. Right up to the moment that you mess around and go into the wrong store and they got security and security is armed and you get shot in your ass because you want to be cute. Okay, because evil told you it was cute. It was cool. It was, that's what's up. That's what, you know what I mean? So just try and remember, that yes, there's dark in the world, but there's good. There's so much good. They're just not showing it, but it is. Look at your kids, look at your grandkids, look at the, like I said, people keep talking about how the world is going to hell, but yet and still, like I said, you've got people who are trying to clean up the water. You've got people who are paying attention to our earth. They're protecting our earth, our natural resources, our trees. You've got people. Oh gosh, I lost my train of thought. Yes, you have people who are committed to improving the air. I say it all the time. For those who didn't live pre-1970s, the air was a hot mess. It was nasty, 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 nasty. Okay, and you guys don't know because you were born into that time where they're cleaning up the air. It's nothing to you to wake up and go out and see a sunny day. A blue sky. That's nothing to you. It's nothing to you to see the beautiful, bright green leaves on the trees. It's nothing to look into the distance, into the horizon, and see beauty, a bridge, the beauty of an ocean, the beauty of one of the things I love the most now is when I watch football, is when they pan out to the cityscape of wherever that city is, and you see everything so clear, so beautiful. When they pan out on the night of a full moon and they pan over to it, and it's bright and it's clear and it's picture perfect and crisp. It's not cloudy and dark and nasty and dingy and, a mess. It's beautiful. You guys were born into the blessing. Okay, the universe, our Father, is always sending in more and more of us to make improvements on this world. Okay, focus on that. Focus on the good. It helps. It helps. That's all I'm saying. It just helps if you dial it back on all of the evil that they're trying to throw in your face, like fill your mind with, oh my gosh, these people over here, they're killing, and these are stealing, and there's they're warring over here, and this is happening over there. That person got shot in that state, that person got shot in that state, a couple people got shot in this state, and then there's that state and that state and that state. Instead of giving into that, giving into the fear, giving into the all of that. Remember that there's beauty in the world as well. They just don't want to, I guess it's not cool. I don't know. It's, who wants to tune in and hear that the sun is absolutely gorgeous and the leaves are green and everything. These are just things I guess you're just going to have to know on your own. Okay? I'm just saying. Ooh, sorry. I forgot I got the mic and it's very sensitive. And if you guys hear the heater in the background, I'm sorry. I should have stopped it before I started the video. I hope you guys can hear me okay. But yeah, so just don't let fear rule. Don't let the evil, keep you in that fear mindset, okay? Tomorrow's another day. Tomorrow's whatever day is whatever you make of it. At least when you start, you have control over how your day starts. And maybe if you go in with that mindset of it's going to be good no matter what, I'm not letting whatever, if you got one of your, you're at the job where they gossip a lot and you're not a part of the gossip, I'm not going to be a part of that. This is going to be a good day. I'm not going to be a part of bitching about the fact that I got to work. I'm blessed that I do work. I'm thankful that I am working. I'm thankful I have you know what I mean? Like adopt a different mindset. I'm going to make it a good day. I don't give a damn what's going on around me. Okay. I'm in control of how I see the day, not other people. Okay. That's the message that I have for you guys. All right, I hope you like it. If you did, hit the like button and subscribe. Hit the like button and subscribe. Okay, nothing make me happy. Let you guys know it's a beautiful world out here. It's a beautiful day. You just got to see it. I know you guys, those of you who were born into all of the good, you better thank God. You better thank God that that you were born into a time when those who have incarnated into this lifetime to make a difference are doing just that. Thank God. All right, I'm gonna go. I love you guys. I will see you next time on the next video. You guys have a great evening. Okay, I'll talk to you later. Bye.